card, but that's not listening to me and understanding me. You don't listen to me. Well, you don't listen to the same thing. I've tried to warn you, and you just reject me. You're going to get what you deserve, and you're going to blame me, just like the bloody fucking demons that you are. You don't know what I'm doing. You don't understand. You won't listen. Even if you touch the call the bloody shit, they're just words. You've got to have the understanding. You've got to have the heart. You don't have the heart. That's the problem. Sorry, it's about the heart. It's the heart.
You got the brains but no heart. That's just in case you didn't hear it. No heart. That's me.
No, I caught up with you at last, that's right.
Yeah?
You're born off me
Your
now.
opinion. So you've become a total enemy. You've done damage to my children. Not to me. I've been bullied all my life.
You're a bully.
Oh. Sorry to disturb you, Oscar. I got this neat little, whatever it is. It belonged to a lady with a darling little pet dog. And it seems to be a very good object. But there's no SIM card.
Okay.
I tried to write that on the back there. Couldn't read my own writing.
Hmm.
No, SIM, yeah. Would you be able to have a look at it and tell me whether it's workable
Okay.
and whether a SIM card would make it work? Because I need a backup.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
So, what's the best thing? Can you look at it now, or you have to get back to bed, or can I leave it with you and catch up soon about it?
Yeah. It sounds like it might be locked to Telstra.
Ah,
Hmm.
now it's interesting that you should say that.
Hmm.
What made you say? Have you seen it before?
This phone, no.
What made you say that it seems that it might be locked, or to that effect?
This logo here.
Yes,
Hmm. That's Telstra.
yes, that's
Yeah.
right, yes, and that means that it is likely to be locked, is that right?
Yeah.
Ah,
Based on and also that combined with the fact that the information that it says that it has no SIM card.
the information that it
That I'm assuming that from what I understand that it says there is no SIM card inserted when there is.
I've written that
Okay.
because it has told me, I mean, just attributing a form of regular human consciousness to it, to an electronic device, I regard as some something rather horribly creepy.
Mm.
But it has told me at some stage that it's got no SIM card, so that's why I've written it there. I was just taking its with a capital I-T-S word for it.
Mm.
So on the strength of that, then you're saying that that the code would have to be broken, if possible, before it could be used as a phone. Is that right?
Maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Mhm.
All right. Well, and can it be tested without a SIM card, or is a SIM card, or does one have to waste money on a SIM card testing it out?
You could test it with an existing SIM card, I suppose, but I mean, it would just mean taking a SIM card out of a phone and putting it in to try it out. But
Just a minute. You said it means taking the SIM card out of the phone, and we've already acknowledged that it doesn't have one. Is that right?
Yeah.
In other words, you're not too sure that it's got a SIM card in it already.
Yeah. But
Well, I'd like to test it
okay.
to the nth degree, to the purpose of trying to assess whether whether I can use it as a number 2 phone,
Okay.
because it is a very good performer. Either that, or else, is there some way that I can use it to take pictures without a SIM card?
Maybe I'd have to hard reset the phone because
You'd have to what? Hard reset?
Yeah, the phone, because right now it's locked with a passcode which I don't know, so I'd have to basically wipe it somehow.
Oh well,
yeah.
I mean to say it's somehow.
Mm.
All right, well I'll leave it with you to fiddle with,
Okay.
and let me know if you can make sense out of it, or is it whether it's usable.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
How are you these days? I heard on the grapevine that you finally managed to get the fucking form submitted
Yeah.
and posted, and so you got a local person to they've got lists of JPs, and generally it's just a matter of finding one and suitable time,
Yeah.
and so that has been done.
Yep.
Well, I finally got an acknowledgement
Mhm.
for my letter, and they seem to be just sort of going along with it. The point is that I think if they were to sort of penalise everybody, they wouldn't. They'd be doing nothing else but bloody stomping on everybody left, right, and centre. I mean, and I don't think they're doing that. So they've got to allow some latitude.
Mhm.
um, Obviously, so. Did you add any extra notes like apologies for lateness? I mean, because they in their reply to me they said that you just acknowledged that it was the legal situation was that you have to send the fucking form in, and they acknowledged what I had to say and made a note of it, even though I put on top the usual formula without prejudice.
Mhm.
Well, I didn't get a reply for a long time, and I wondered whether it was due to the fact that they weren't acknowledging it because I put without prejudice. But eventually they did. So I don't know whether they're ignoring the no prejudice. I mean, they can't ignore without prejudice within the courts. But it seems to me as though they do just bloody run things the way they want to run them anyway, regardless.
Mm. Yep.
All right, well, we'll see what happens, I suppose. So what do you think is going to happen now, the next stage?
They should send you.
You mean me?
Yeah.
Yes.
You should receive in the post a expiation notice.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
An expiation notice for me to fill out.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, well, I'll try to do that without any further delay and get the bloody goddamn thing over and done with.
Okay.
So, but I mean, they've got to allow some period of grace, obviously. I mean, otherwise, there's never been so many people being screwed up by the bloody shitsome, and they've just got to deal with the bloody consequences. I mean, there's I don't know to what extent you cover the news, the so-called news, but the reports that I'm hearing are shocking. Road mishaps is just absolutely. I mean, to my way of thinking, it just proves that there is a war on the home front.
Yep.
There's a war bloody going on in the streets now, and I'm just wondering just how bad it's going to get, because a lot of people are, well, regardless, they're just getting out of control. And with the economic squeeze worsening, and your mother, I don't know, it can, your mother's going into this alien form of with an absolutely unreasonable, I think insane desire on her part to put me in my fucking place. Why should she even think that she can put me? But what? How is it that I'm in the wrong place now? I've had experiences of been running businesses in my own money making, if that's the terms that she likes us to see things in terms of Moloch and Mammon, power, egoism, and money. I started up my own business. With the aid of others, you can't do anything alone. You can do nothing on your own. You need the cooperation of others to live, to do anything. You can see that, can't you?
Yeah.
And what's more, the people will give their time and energy of their own energy without wanting money or payment for it. That is being human. It is being less than human to want to be paid money for doing everything, to be doing anything at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing the number of communists who want to be paid money, who are more materialistic than the bloody fucking money-worshipping capitalists in a lot of ways, according to my encounters with them. I've met them. Am I distracting you? Wasting your time?
No.
And I don't know whether your mother has put that packet of money from her father. I mean, she wouldn't have bloody got it if it hadn't been for me anyway. I mean, if it comes to in terms of people owing anybody anything. As in the event, he did not give his fortune. He did not share it equally amongst all of his 4 children at all. He just gave them packages of Jenny's, your mother's bloody sister, whatever her name was. I think she might have gotten to own a block of bloody flats, which is a source of income, which is from her mother's mother. So how they did that, I didn't hear all of it. I don't know. But the point is that if your money is just, if your money, God, there we go. If your mother has just got that packet of money in bank bonds at 6% interest, that the government is just going to call in all money anyway, from what I hear. I mean, so which means basically a totalitarian dictatorship.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't see that really possible in Australia. I mean, it's might be. I mean, it's been possible in Russia and other older countries, but I think the majority of people in Australia would just go on strike, just jack up. But the point being that I'm reading warnings about if you've got any money, the government's going to get it or take it. It sounds insane, but I don't think it is totally insane. So that, but the point is that unless your money has, your money, God, Jesus, your mother has. If all that your mother's done is to put it in bank bonds at 6%, well then, and if something were to happen to her, the government would take it. There's a government department. Do you know the name of the government department?
No.
It's called the Public Trustee.
Mm-hmm.
And I've read about cases. A businessman had a nervous breakdown, and he had a split with his wife, family, probably alienated from his children in the usual way. and so the government took over his assets,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not sure whether he got his sanity back, but he's a broken man now.
Right.
And I've heard of other this happening to other people.
Mm-hmm.
So it means that your children don't get it. If something were to happen to your mother, I don't even know whether she's made a will. I've had that on my list of things to do, but with one bloody thing or another to catch up on, I haven't gotten around to it. It's just one goddamn thing after another. That because you hadn't dealt with that bloody form as soon as it came in. I thought that something. Well, I realised that something had to be done,
Mm-hmm.
so I tried to do it. The difficulties and the problems that were put in my way dealing with it, just trying to get information, were similar to the problems that your mother got. Your mother spent. Did she tell you the time and effort that she put into trying to deal with the matter over the phone by remote control, as it were?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, when shit like that comes in, it's got to be dealt with, well, sooner or later. So, therefore, the sooner the better. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right. Because I had hell dealing with it, and well, the experiences that I had dealing with it were very significant. Rather bizarre. I just anyway, but I won't go into all that.
Mm-hmm.
But it just goes to show how that the government is gradually closing down just on everybody. Basically, it's becoming a totalitarian state. Had your mother or Oscar mentioned about the weird messages that I'm getting on my electronic devices?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to go into detail because they're just spooky messages, and I don't know why I'm getting them, and I don't really know who's sending them.
Mm-hmm.
But just to put it quickly and briefly, I think it's the government trying to spook me
Mm-hmm.
or enlist me. Maybe they've gotten into my computer and they've read up all the stuff that I've got there, and they thought, we could do this information. This bloke's good. You know, we need him. We'll enlist him.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, they're not going to have me. They can't. And if they were to call on me face to face, I'd just say, tell them the situation. I say, well, look, I'm not the sort of person that you can. I've been bullied all my life, and I can't tolerate. I'm having a nervous breakdown now, and so. And you know, I'd like to help. I mean, I've got nothing against you. I mean, I don't believe that the totalitarian state can exist in practice. I mean, it can exist in a novel, but in practice, it just can't.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter who believes that that's the answer. I don't believe it is. And that's it. So. And it doesn't matter what they did to me, they might try to take me away, as they can do, but it still wouldn't do it. It just means that I just crumble and I just collapse. Because I have, I think I've bumped into a few, well, they call them sub-agents. They're people that have offered their services because they've found their own lives to be meaningless. Well, my life is not meaningless. In fact, I've just had a bit too much fucking stuff to deal with to make it more meaningful than I can really handle.
Mm-hmm.
I weep on a daily basis. I've got to weep to start the day, and that makes me feel as though I've got into the swing of the day. Then I might think of something, and I fantasise in my mind. Well, I've always done that. Do you do that?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Well, if you get lost too much in your own fantasies, it means you've gone insane.
Mhm.
Well, thank you for your patience, Oscar, if that's what it is, or whether it's just total submission to unbearable circumstances. In your case, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Mhm.
The sooner that you do get the opinion of a shrink, generally, I've not found any of them very helpful.
Mm.
Except in the sense of being a tool. I mean, the Professor Cherie Gillette, you already you saw her about 2 or 3 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
And basically she just said to you, oh, you're aiming to get on the, well, I don't know what she said. I don't, she said that she didn't think that you had much chance of getting on the pension, is that right?
Yeah.
Well, I think that was, well, I mean, I think that's bullshit. I don't see why that should be the case. Because you're as deserving an example as anybody, I would have thought.
Mhm.
So I mean, as it turns out, she was correct. There's been severe problems whereby you have not been able to be put on the permanent, what was it, invalid pension. Well, but I mean, she was bloody working for the government. It seems everybody's bloody working for the government, or themselves in one way. It's through the government. They're becoming slaves of the government, whether they're bloody already enlisted by ASIO or not.
Mhm.
I mean, I think we've had a totalitarian state for quite a while, but no one's bloody woken up to it. It doesn't make me very happy at all.
Mhm.
And that's why it's a whole lot of people that are doing all these demos. So what they're achieving through these demos, I don't know whether it's a little or a lot.
Mhm.
Look, I'll let you have a rest and fiddle with that. Thank you, and so anyway, nothing can stop me really from working for the God that I know, which is the God of nature, Mother Nature. I mean, even though as a yogi, I acknowledge that it's all illusion anyway.
Mhm.
Which is no great comfort.
Yeah.
To know that I'm in a dream of no meaning. I mean, well, why does it seem to be so?
Yeah.
Why do you see? I can ask why does it seem to be so, and I still get no answer. I mean, is reality real? Is it possible to achieve an appreciation? Well, I think I've achieved as much appreciation for the reality or the dream that I've had in a life, and I've just tried to make it worthwhile.
Yeah.
I can't put it in any other way. Okay, I'll let you have a rest and fiddle with that.
Okay.
Please keep in touch.
Okay. No.
I only got 6 minutes to do this bedding. I got
Hey.
do it. If you want to use the computer.
Uh-huh. I've completely forgotten about that fucking thing the other day. What? Oh, no. I'm saying he's completely forgotten about that whole little Hitler and shit. Like, he doesn't even remember that.
How do you know it?
Oh, no. He didn't mention it. It's just like it never happened. Oh, fuck! Someone's put a cup right in front of the sensor. What the fuck? Shut up, bitch. No one asked for you or your opinion.
Fucking insane. Because they're fucking working for money. If they're losing their mind. If they're losing their humanity. She can't shed tears because she can't weep. Marilyn, 30 years ago, said she could no longer weep, which is why she's such a bloody mongrel horror. Not even a boyfriend. What man would want that? It's a disease of the spirit. Music goes on all the time. People don't know what's going on. They're losing their minds. They don't know why, how, any of the other fucking things. They're having nightmares. Instead of nightmares, they're probably having nightmares too. Well, don't marry, for Christ's sake. Otherwise we'll be gone, roasted, like I've been. Then it's too late. Look, then I could deal with her if you just let her go along with it. Right, you sell up. You see a lot of difficulties, but it could be wrong. But I thought it like things wrong. To get some other money. But I've not heard to see her guaranteed that it will not. And I'm not happy about it. If we have no resolution, there's a problem. I just approached her, I agreed to fucking hard they did it. It was just going to be a so I just approached her. You're awake, officer.
Yeah.
It's a crisis at the moment. I mean, there's been a fucking crisis for too fucking long in my fucking house. And it happened, it developed, it manifested. I'm keeping time of these events. I wish I could film them. It happened more than about a half an hour ago. 30 minutes. People can walk to their doom in 30 minutes. Can you? Well, of course you can believe that, can't you?
Yeah.
Are you curious to know what I'm getting at? Oh, you're recording it. Good. Excellent. You're a genius, Oscar. Brilliant. You're like your dad in that respect. Thank God. I think it happened about a half an hour ago. See, you're on the defensive. Innocent baby. You think that I'm the offender, but what else could you know? At the age of what, 26? Is that right? I hope you're getting every word, and I wish you could get the thoughts behind them as well. But words are like turds, really. Their usefulness spent. What else can we find in that deepest of dent. Had it even occurred to you that there is a crisis at the moment? Have you ever suspected that there was even a crisis, Oscar? Have you even asked the question, what is this all about? Why is this happening? And how is it happening? You're a genius engineer, like my dreadful, pathetic Uncle France, my father's brother. Please make many recordings of this recording. A crisis, well, it was developing even before it was obvious, because of the way things are done here. And how would you know? You sleep through most of what happens during the day. Let us see eventually who and how shall pay for the ignorance that is the birthright of all humans. You'd never suspect it for whatever remains. I'm testing how much you care. How big is your heart as well as your brain, Oscar? Your heart. You slightly blinked, you slightly registered. Yes, I'm talking about feelings. You've got feelings now, Oscar. They are turmoil. The turmoil of confusion. Because you don't know what to make of it all. How could you, for what life's experience you've had? Hey, it hasn't gone off, has it? Hey, I saw it blink. For God's sake, keep the recording going, Oscar. I don't want to lose any word not recorded, Oscar. I protest. If it has gone off, I saw it blink. It is blinking, Oscar. Why the fucking hell did you not have the consciousness, the sense of responsibility to ask me, crisis, you say, Father? What sort of crisis? How can I come to its rescue? Says you, the knight in shining black armour. You haven't asked me, what is the crisis, Father? I've told you there is a crisis. Do you think that I'm that much of a fool, Oscar? You've got a big tunnel to climb. Why did you not ask me? Crisis, Father? What happens? How can I come to its rescue? Ah, your eyes are starting to open with curiosity. Or do you not believe me when I say there is a crisis? Where's your heart, Oscar? Where's your courage? The brain is not enough. There is hope for you, Oscar. Your eyes are just starting to open a little bit. What the fucking hell is the fool talking about? I'm sick of this tyranny in my house day by day that's been dragging you down to the pits. You're not going to ask me what the crisis is. Is that right, Oscar? Hey, it's blinking. It's not running out of battery, is it? Is that what it means? For goodness sakes, don't lose a word I'm saying, Oscar. Oops. Why is it blinking? I feel like ringing up Wink. At least he hasn't lost it all, like your mother and you. Freya's not lost it all. She's just dealing with matters as she can. She knows she's a limited human being. Well, I mean, even I, Oscar, am a limited human being. I'm limited physically. I always have been. No, you're still not going to interrogate me, Oscar? Well, you wouldn't be very good at training to be an interrogator, a ruthless Nazi interrogator. Oz, you're opening your eyes a little bit more. What the fucking hell is he talking about? I'm getting his gabble and bullshit, at least on my recorder, on my technology. Oh well, the mouth's tightened a bit, so it does have some emotions, as well as the mental turmoil and confusion. Its heart is still there. There is some hope for your heart, Oscar. But why keep it in a coffin all day like Count Dracula? He's got his phone on too. There's no doubt about it. He's trying to do his best, poor Bubby. So I can't provoke you into exploding what crippled emotions you have. I seem to be getting through a little bit. No fucking psychiatrist could do any better anyway. He doesn't know you like I do. I know you better than you know yourself, Oscar. That's not good enough. Because I know what genes you have in you. Twitch. Was that a facial twitch? There's a sign of some hope, Oscar. Just you anger is a difficult thing to deal with, because you can't rationalize, you can't reason with anger, not even divine reason. No, there's just anger. It just puts up a brick wall, like what's his name, that incredible Secretary General of the Builders, used to be the Builders and Labourers Union. Anyway, it's already a half an hour's gone. I've examined you a little bit, so there's all the hope in the world for you, Oscar. Now, look, a crisis has occurred. Now, I'm sick of this blank evil tyranny of your mother, into which she's dragged you. So she's gone, she's dragging you down too. You can't see it yet, but you will. You shall. You shall be caused to see it, one way or the other. Not by me, but by circumstances. Did your lips move? Were you trying to say something? Respond with some savage, blind, yes. That incredible brain. Now making money, but brilliant, Oscar. You're starting at the lowest rung. Well, when there's such a long ladder, you've got to start. You've got to start at rung one. Ah, yes, I have my spies reporting on you. Yes, ding. I hear a ding. Oh yes, he's got his spies reporting on me. I can't lose my sense of humour, Oscar, even in hell. Now, I don't think that your mother's yet realised what the crisis is. I was wondering what to do about it. I've taken my documentary evidence with photographs. What does he mean? What does he mean? Documentary. You're too exhausted with your own agonised, blind thrashings, emotional, mental thrashings. You have enormous capacity and you just stifle them. Well, the thing is that I'm just wondering, well, how do I teach you, how do I show you lot, you and your mother, that the way that you're going, you cannot continue. You shall not, whether I'm here or not. Now, I'm postulating a situation where a crisis has occurred. Well, of course, it wouldn't have occurred without me. I mean, because I precipitate crises. If you've got a pustule, how do you deal with it? Well, I think the so-called naturopath would tend to bring on a crisis and puncture the pustule, because a pustule is the body's natural defences trying to fight off a demon, an infection within. Now that's what you and your mother have got. Infections within your hearts, within the higher part of your brain, the frontal lobes, which I was just reading about the number of lobotomies, because it just cancelled out a person's capacity to care or think. I remembered Noni, what a perfect name. She was so grateful for her lobotomy. I must write a few verses about that. She's probably not here anymore. Although, what's happened to you? Well, it's like a psychological temporary lobotomy, really. They're the higher prefrontal lobes, but there's still chance of recovery, which I want to witness, and I want to engineer. It's blinking. I don't know why it's doing that. It's probably just does it automatically. I mean, you know, but when you're recording a member of Parliament, don't let him see it blinking. I mean, he won't appreciate it, like I am. You still haven't asked me what? See, the thing is that I'm testing your capacity for caring. Quite aside from testing your capacity to give me any credit for any fucking thing at all, which is a severe deficiency in you, Oscar. I mean, most people have never been able to appreciate me fully anyway. I mean, but that's not my fault. That's just due to their incapacity. Now, there's a situation that I'm, as I say, postulating that I'm not here, which is as your mother would like it, it seems. I mean, she'd be fucking lost if she didn't have anybody to shit on. Your darling mother, who's such a guide and exemplar for you, and such a source of wisdom and instruction for you as well. Like shit. I still love your mother, even though she turned out to be a demon. Now, I'm trying to work out. The thing is, if I wasn't here, well, this crisis would a crisis. Well, that's like me pricking boils. See, I make it burst. I bring on the crisis, because a crisis. I've just written some other lines about crisis. I won't read them out to you now. You wouldn't appreciate them. But this is the crisis of the ages that we're going through today. I mean, I've called it Judgment Day to people. They just don't know what I'm talking about. Well, I mean, they're Australians, the dumbest, fucking stupidest people in the world. After bloody, what, 68, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 50, 52 years of sodium fluoride in their water, which fortunately your children have not had, because I mean the worst you could have suffered from was snail shit. You're waking up. Were your pupils dilated then? I can't see because it's in the, I won't shine the light on you. You might get out of control. I mean, you're not really under control now. Do you feel as though your pupils have dilated, Oscar? I'm not going to shout at you. Bloody fucking answer me, son. There's a crisis. Now, just imagine I'm not here, which your mother would like. With you asleep, with your mother working, being your mother, being the person that she is, a crisis has arisen during the day while she's working. Work is for her therapy. Work is the best sort of therapy, really. How would you deal with it? How would you know about it? There's no sound, there's no cry of alarm. I'm not screaming and yelling, even though the crisis has occurred, because everything's under control at the moment. I mean, and of course I have brought on the crisis, no, quite inadvertently, just because I'm trying to fucking live here, and I'm not being allowed to. Your mother's a burden, you're a burden. A fucking nuisance, in other words. But I'm not abnegating. I'm not resigning my familial duties to your mother and or you. I'm not that type. The situation is under control, in quotes, with the word control underlined, please, literally speaking, end quote. Are you asking the question, what the fucking hell is he talking about? Why doesn't he tell me what's happened? Is that what you're thinking, Oscar? Your mother doesn't talk to me properly, neither do you. I'm sick of it. I've got to draw the line. I'm drawing the line. She's got me tied, hog-tied, like the pig that I am. She got me hog-tied. I'm limited as to the range of courses of action in this cosmic war. I am appealing to what's left of your hearts. It's not much good appealing to your mother, because she cuts me off. She won't listen. She's blockheaded and block-eared. You're not quite that far gone. I can't provoke you into saying something, or can I, Oscar? Can I get a response from you, Oscar? Or do I have to try other tactics? That's what it is. A war of all wars. You're not talking to me, Oscar. Why is that? I'm your father. I'm your loving father. Which seems to mean shit to you, Oscar. Still recording, I hope. Can I get a human response from you, Oscar? Do you know what I'm talking about, Oscar? You're trying to work it out. You see, the logical brain is not enough, because Well, it just isn't. I can't let you snooze away the day, as you may need to do, enslaved by your shackles, which life circumstances, today's tyrannies, have imposed upon you. Now, I'll just have to go out and survey the situation out here and see if I can get some sort of angry, ignorant Auntie Vida, Uncle France, tyrannical, fucking bloody mongrel, hateful speeches from your mother. I can't let you sleep during the day while there's crisis likely to happen during the day as a result of your mother's work. It's the result of your mother's work because she had the screen door installed by her paid workman. It's complicated, and he's not a tradesman. I've taken photographs of the situation, but I want you to see for yourself. Photographs are not enough. Will you come out and have a look at some devastation which is the result of your mother's work or her own work? She didn't tell me she was having this work done. I would have said, oh, okay, right. But, I mean, because he is her chosen tool. He, who am I talking about? Who am I talking about, Oscar? Have you worked it out? What's the name of her number one workman? Her number one work tool. She's stolen any one of my tools that she's wanted to. What's the name of her number one workman? I'm giving you all the chance in the world, Oscar, to come to your senses. My goodness. You're a good-looking bloke. You could give it a chance. I was always called good-looking. Both of you, all of my boys have got my good looks. Ah, dear. Shut up, ego trumpet. You won't help me. I mean, you know that I'm testing you. No, well, you don't even know that. But you think that I'm the enemy. You don't see me as a friend or as a guide. You're so injured. Well, that's too bad. So I'm just going to let you stew while I check the critical situation out there. See if I can get some crap out of your mother's mouth, even if you're keeping it inside you and nurturing it. Crap, resentment, hatefulness, ignorance. You, Oscar, nurturing ignorance. What a paradoxical situation. I've sought knowledge all my life. I've got to check the situation out there. You won't even take my word for it that there's a crisis situation. You think you can sleep through it? You think you've got somewhere to sleep tonight? You've got no idea, have you? I hope you've got it going again, goody gumdrops. Because you mustn't lose a word of what I'm saying, Oscar, for what it's worth. I mean, you know, what was the legend from history? That, I can't find your mother. You don't believe me when I say there's a crisis. And if there's a crisis, I suggest it requires your attention. Not that you sleep through it. But you don't believe me. Well, that's a crisis in itself. I've got to ring Wink. Disturb his fucking working for money. I hope it doesn't hinder you from working for money. That's some of the best news I've heard for a long time. So you think you can sleep through a crisis? Your mother in a crisis? Me in a crisis? Me talking about there being a crisis with your mother and you and Wink? Oh, well, of course me. I'm used to crises. No, you don't believe me. You don't think that you need to fucking get up and move yourself on me reporting a crisis to you? Well, that's a measure of your humanity, and you better not bloody fucking forget it. Well, you won't be. Not after this day. It had to happen. Is your recorder going? No? Oh, what sort of a watchman are you? Shit a brick. You're losing every one of my pearls. God damn it. My recorder's just so full up of fucking insignificant fucking, I mean, useless. I mean, well, what pearl? I mean, just words. Just leaves, autumn leaves. They've done their job. See, and when they fall from the tree, they've done their job. Well, they've done that job. I mean, to say everything is serving a purpose in the universe. Is this flashing light down here? Oh golly gosh, he's not recording me. He's not doing his duty. I hope this is recording me down here, whatever it is. Oh, Jesus Christ, God help me. Where are you, God? And when you most need her. God, Jesus. Oh, dear. Oh, there is no preparation for Judgment Day. No preparation. Oh, you've got. Oh, good on you, Oscar. He's taken out his tape recorder again. He's only about 5 minutes late digging up his tape recorder to record my pearls for all time. All time? Oh, God. Oh, dear, oh, dear. You see, well, when I get flustered and upset like this, I just throw all hope to the winds. And it is not to be wondered that I get them blown back in my face. Oh, not one torch. Oh well, at least he's got his recorder on again. See, I told him there's a crisis. I tried to talk to his mother, Jenny. She typically walks away, screams at me. In other words, what you've got to say is of no consequence. How can she say that? That I, her loving husband of 40 years, where's her judgment? How can she waste my energy like this? I mean, she's getting hers. Well, why is it? I mean, she's not stupid. She's intelligent, but she's got that heart problem, like obviously Oscar has. Talking about you, Oscar. Dear, oh dear, this is how much I can rely upon you. I mean, so I can't rely upon poor Freya. Already she's got all she can do to save her own life. At least she's doing the right thing anyway. And poor old Wink is looking upset and worried. Have you noticed this lately, Oscar? Do you care? I'm testing how much you care again. I'm testing your heart again, Oscar. Have you noticed that have you noticed that Wink is a lot more upset and worried these days, Oscar? Do I expect an answer? Hardly. Hardly. No. Not on his current performance. When I say performance, I mean performance is not necessarily a fake act. I mean it's as genuine. It might be as genuine as any human possibly can be. Well, I've left a message with Wink. Now, but you might ask, what can he do? Well, you asking him what he can do? I wonder that you ask yourself what you can do. I really do. You can't see anything wrong. You haven't been told anything by your mother that anything's wrong. She hasn't mentioned anything about a crisis to me. She's seen the evidence of the crisis, but she doesn't understand it's a crisis. See? So what she sees little. She hears little, she knows little. Well, I mean, she's a very highly intelligent human. Was. But there's this other problem with the heart qualities. What is it? The courage. Well, the heart problem, the capacity for love. That's what it is. It's the courage. It's the capacity. I wish you'd known my darling mummy, who was God. You can't imagine. I don't know if you've even seen any photographs of her. You've seen photographs of her, haven't you, Oscar? You see, recorder? He doesn't answer me. Why does he not answer? He thinks I'm the problem. He thinks I'm the attacker. He thinks I'm the enemy. He is fearful. Why is he fearful? It's the same problem I've had with all of my bloody fucking bullies. Dennis Wilton, brain damage. I mean, he didn't do me any harm. He just used to want to talk to me because he had no one else to talk to, see. And I'd listen. I never said to him, "I'll piss off, Dennis." Dennis Wilton. He's probably not still with us on the earth. Date 1940. 40. I was 7 in grade 2. And you think you can sleep through these situations? It's just a bloody miracle that your mother hasn't brought the fucking bureaucrats in. If we can get through this, I still say we. Not if I still think in terms of we. Is that the terms you think in, Oscar? No answers. I'm not respecting your sleep. You have the right to sleep whilst you're loving, dutiful. What do you know about duty? Dutiful father, loving, dutiful. What do you know about love? What do you know about duty? What do you know about fathers? What do you know about parents? Very little. You don't even want to be one. Well, please do not destroy these recordings because you're just doing the job that I was doing, and I'm getting exhausted. I mean, you know. You run out of energy after a while. You and your mother are good examples of people who run out of love. I've met a lot of them lately. I won't mention the example of what happened to Linda. Linda, I think her name was Linda. Lived at Crayfus, well, up until 12 months ago anyway. Crayfus West. God, what bloody family counsellors are going to be able to deal with this? I mean, really, bloody stupid fools. Well, I've got some photographic evidence of today's, what I'm calling a crisis, and you've got some audionic, or what's the adjective? Audiographic, audionic. I think it must be audionic record, for what it's worth. If you would be so good and intelligent as to keep the record. I seem to have achieved very little trying to talk to you, others, in the quote-unquote family, which is being destroyed globally today, as if I didn't have bloody so much else to do. Well, intendedly at any rate today, to deal with other crises which are brought upon us by the great beast that dominates this day. I think I'm really wasting my energy trying to get through to you at the moment. Except for the fact that you're recording it, as I'd like to do with every fucking word I'd ever fucking said. Oh, that's how much I can depend upon you lot. And you lot don't know how much you depend upon me. You've got not the fuggiest idea. Well, you shall have. But if not today, then very soon. Very soon. Well, not soon enough as far as I'm concerned.
Shut the door. Suppose that's it for the day. I do feel like I'm transcending. Oh, here it comes.
Oscar.
Oh.
Switch it on again, please.
Oh.
Thank you. The only phone I can get to work. Well, I mean, I've spent bloody $90 on it, so it's got a new battery. That's the iPhone. I might have to get you to transfer the card back into the iPhone, which was your original proposition, being the technician, the mechanic that you are. If not the sole spiritual warrior. You're obviously not a spiritual warrior at the moment. I mean, I'm hoping, well, I mean, you're not showing much sign of becoming one. But anyway, mechanic, well, everybody's got his place. If only he knew what it was and would keep it and would develop it. You're a mechanic. Obviously not a philosopher. Leonardo da Vinci, I think, was both. He was a mechanic. But there's very little, I think, to indicate that he was a philosopher. But poor boy, never knew who his parents were. Well, may or may not be worth anything. So, crisis, I've got a crisis, I've got a phone that doesn't work, and your mother won't support me with the bloody prices of them. God. iPhone. So I've got to have a phone that works. I'm just totally on my uppers with regards to my bank account, and your mother's not doing the right thing still. But by your children or by herself. That's the current phone. How soon? It's a major crisis, matter of urgency, Oscar. In my opinion, for what it's worth to you. Can we try the SIM card back in the iPhone ASAP, Oscar?
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not totally useless in a crisis. Oscar speaks to me after about an hour's time. taken about an hour. It's now 5 minutes to 2, and I started trying to get a response from you. What? Well, I think it would have been 30 or 40 minutes.
Mhm.
Let the recorder won't show that, but my statement will be some indication. So, well, here it is, and here's the other bloody phone. Jesus God. I've always hated the phones. God. Fix. So that's God. Gosh. Dear. And well, once the batteries. Well, what happened? I had a new battery, but that cost $90. But they quoted me more. It quoted me about $200 to for a new battery, and for the bloody, oh God, what do they call? Well, this other bloody mongrel thing I've got, whatever it is, the current one.
Mm-hmm.
I said, oh well, we won't worry about that today.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to lose any data, phone numbers, but golly gosh, so complicated. All right, well here they are. I think that's right, isn't it? Unknown application. Okay. Oh, now what are you supposed to do with that? See, it says unknown application. Well, can I fucking trust that? No. Unknown application. Okay. No, it's not okay if it's unknown. No. Oh, no. Graham. Who's Graham? Graham number. Oh, Graham Porter. Graham Porter? Who the hell is Graham Porter? I don't have a Graham Porter. 0407. God, spooky. Totally spooky. I've got to write this down. Even you wouldn't know. 7. What on earth does that mean? 7. Now there's a configuration on my screen. A configuration means a configuration. 2 names, David Pinzoni, his number, and Graham Porter. I remember, of course, Graham Porter. He's a chemical engineer. He's a very bright bloke. And then unknown application and OK. I'm not going to press OK at all. Nothing's OK. Well, there's the phones.
Mm-hmm.
So the sooner that you fucking do them, the better, Oscar. I suggest. So where do I put them, Oscar?
Yeah.
Ah, Revelation, God, Jesus. Okay, do you want me to do anything else? I can put them in your hands.
No.
You want to have a look at the screen? It'd be a good idea if you did, because it just confirms what I've just seen, and I can't make sense. But I don't think even you would be able to make sense of it. Graham Porter and David Pitt. I mean, this phone. It's almost as though these completely mechanical, soulless, I would have thought, devices, soulless, without so-called, hypothetical spirits, could be the instrument. But I'm sure they can be of cosmic messages. But because the thing is, I've suspected both of those of having certain. Well, Graham, at any rate, I think he's sympathetic, but gracious me, he's still for sale. He's got millions, been paid millions. He's a chemical engineer, very unusual qualifications, and he's done a lot of work with China. And guess what? With Chinese business representatives. I reckon that every one of them was a spy for China. There must be about 3,000 Chinese females who are spies for the Chinese government, operating functional in Australia now. Oh, God. Oh, and he says, I got paid for your girlfriends from that lot. His wife split from him. I think he's from the state originally. And of course, naturally, she's alienated their daughter. And he can't work it out, he can't work that out either. Well, same symptoms as I'm suffering from now, Graham. Same thing. They don't know what's happened. They can't work it out. Well, how long do I have to wait? I'll put it the hard way. I'll put it the unreasonable, tyrannical way. How long do me, hey, you're slacking, baby. You're not recording me. Oh shit, this is no good. Oh, I'm wasting my breath. I'm catching the disease called egotistical tyranny-itis. Oh, he's let me down. He's not recording it. Oh, dear. This divine judgment is just too agonizingly slow. Wait a minute, that's not right, because there's no such thing as time, so it's not agonizingly slow at all. Everything's happening perfectly on time. Can I look at this book? Encyclopedia of Old Masters. Oh, golly. Oh, gosh, we've got some beautiful books. Well, when I say we, I mean I. The number of books that have been destroyed by, really. Great-granddaughter. Bill was grandson of old Eddie. His daughter would be great granddaughter, and her children would be great grandchildren. So Eddie Cole was your great grandfather on your maternal side. Sold millions of books. We should have his photograph in the hallway. Has your mother got that? No. She treats books like shit. Shall I let you get on with the job, Oscar?
Yeah.
I'm just raving. Not doing any harm, of course. Typically, just reminiscing, just commenting. You're not recording me. Oh, shit.
Fucking hell. Yeah.
I better check it.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus Christ. God, Jesus, demonic bloody devices. Clear. Screen mirroring.
Mm.
Does that mean it's back to front? Mirroring? I mean, mirroring is an adjective, a descriptive term. Screen mirroring.
Mm.
If it's mirroring, you don't see that as a term used anywhere. I mean, that's what it means. It means mirroring is an image reversed.
Yep.
Technically.
Mm.
Who's going to disagree? Apart from a fucking stupid technician who doesn't understand proper English or even decent heartfelt logic. Would you expect a technician to understand heartfelt logic? I wouldn't.
Mm.
Jeez. Oh, dear. The battery charger was left on the Suzuki Vitara in the shed at 312. Oh, that's an old fryer. Oh. Okay. It's from Wink
Mm.
Tom. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Oh, Tom Brown. God, poor boy. Totally confused. I mean, how could I expect anything from him, really?
Mm.
Oh, God. He's not very bright. I'm sure Freya knows this. Oh, God, how sad. Poor old Tom. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Bloody hell. Oh. Thank you for thinking of doing your best, Oscar.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. In hell.
Yeah. Pretty sad, huh? That weird feelings. I don't want to become the enemy. I have to make sure I don't become well, to sort of make sure I don't become the enemy, if you know what I mean. Just like, you know, by not saying anything that'll make me as bad as him or something, like, you know, because, but, you know, but it's just all about transcending it. I can feel violent tendencies within me. I know where they're from. But I'm never going to make the same mistake. I know the world gets a lot worse. This isn't, like, I mean, it's not that bad, as long as I can be somewhat philosophical about it. It's not that bad. There's plenty worse places to be in this world. And I think this world's not really my home anyway. But I might as well try to make it home, I suppose. However I can. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt your rest. I'll skip it.
Mm-hmm.
The the phone has a message for you. Consistent sleep is better sleep. Here it is. I mean, these phones are getting more intelligent than humans. It is bloody spooky. There it is, the message.
Yeah.
Now, meanwhile, it would take me a fucking hour to try to work out. I mean, to try to talk. To try to talk to this variant so that it understands that when I need to make a fucking phone call out of a bloody fucking phone, now is when I need to make the fucking phone call. Not having to kowtow, bend the knee, bow and scrape, waste my quote unquote precious energy in trying to find the fucking dial screen. It has changed its personality. It is not, it is, I'm flicking and then I get Dodo mobile. Where is the clue? The fucking, I mean, I'm impatient with having to learn its language. And it is performing differently to what it did before you made the change, the last change. What do they call it? Virtual intelligence, virtual intelligence. You know what I mean? I need to make a fucking phone call, an emergency.
Yeah.
No, it took me fucking hour, fucking hour to. There's no clue here, as far as I can see. Symbols. Lock. Yes. Do I want a lock? No. Do I want an aeroplane? No. Go on to a Bluetooth. No, that's a Bluetooth. No. Disconnecting Bluetooth. Oh, this Bluetooth connection's enabled. I don't. 2:47. Well, thank you, but I can look at my fucking watch if I want to know the fucking time. Press home to open. Oh, goes off. See? I don't want to take a picture of myself as much as I'd like to record the moment of my distress and agony at being in the depths of hell, having to wade around in decaying and polluted blood, human energy, blood. No clue. It goes off. See, frustration. It lasts for less than 30 seconds. I need more time than that. No. Well, how do I do more time? Did it give me more time to work out what the fucking picture means? God, it's too short. 20 seconds, not long enough.
Yep.
Well, no, it's not even 30 seconds. It's 10 seconds, not long enough. I'm a very quick thinker, but when it comes to dealing with demons, this is a demon. Slow-mo, video, photo. No, I don't want. I mean, photos are fun, but what they record, but it doesn't help me. I need help. I need human help. I need heartfelt help. I'm not getting it. I'm getting frustration. Oh, it's talking to me. Oh, what fun today. Photos are fun. But this is insane. It's mimicking. It's making fun of me. It's giving me images of myself. Well, I mean, if I want to laugh, I can look at myself in the mirror any old fucking time. So there, you fucking fool! Fancy taking on a responsibility for a loving family. So junk. Oh, no, I don't want to junk it. Oh, no, dumb. Oh, no, record it. Keep the record. Cancel. Ah, no, edit. No, not good enough. Cancel. Heart. Put a heart on it. Oh, what does that mean? Idiot photographs of me. It's mocking me. Can you stop from mocking me? What? You see, it's the day of the demons. But they're taunting me. Do I mind their taunting? No. I'm used to being ridiculed and taunted, because I can count upon my bloody fucking family. 24/7. Go to Oscar. I'm so glad he's recording it this time. He's recording me raving. Oh God, he's a slow learner. Meanwhile, how does that fucking help me? Dependable, like a dog. A dog's dependable. I mean, well, dogs are sweet. They've got hearts, but they can get confused too. They can get neuroses from humans. Press home to open. Press home to open. I said it twice. You see, I've never needed anything repeated to me. Once I hear it and see it, but it mocks me. This fucking phone is mocking me, Oscar. I haven't seen a dial screen yet. What I'm looking for is a dial screen so that I can ring up and ask for help. Who is helping me? It's all Satan. Satan will help me. Satan's more reliable than God. But then again, Satan works for God anyway, so I need to be tortured at the moment. Oh, what fun. Oh, dear. Now, see, I asked, what was my son, the genius one, Darling Wink? He's not a genius, but he's got a heart. And he that's why he's upset. Have you noticed him looking worried and upset lately, Oscar?
Yeah.
You have. Ah, well, thank God you've registered it. But he won't tell me what or why, but I can guess. I mean, I work these things out. See, I mean, I can work out all the answers, and who believes me? Who has ever believed me? The answer is, well, as you know, as you can anticipate, nobody. Nobody has believed me.
Hmm.
But my darling mother didn't understand me, but she took me on faith because of her unlimited love. You'd have loved my darling mummy. She had to go. She couldn't bear to be here any longer. So she just gives me her money and goes. She knew that they were trying to poison her. She would have said to the doctor, I think they're overdosing me. He said, oh no, I think you're getting a bit paranoid, Mrs. Butler. And darling mummy says to me, they think I'm losing my marbles, were her words. But she wasn't losing her marbles at all. She had just decided that she didn't want to. She decided that I was all right, married, happily married. She hoped. You have loved my darling mummy. Unbelievable. 503. I still haven't been able. Doesn't matter what I've done. Fiddle and twiddle. No. Press home to open.
The home button is the touch-sensitive divot at the base, at the very bottom.
I know.
You can feel it. Yeah, that one.
That's the home button.
Yeah.
That's home.
Yeah.
Press home to open.
And then you can press it again to get there.
That's what I had to do. Press it again.
Mhm.
That's what I wasn't doing. See, it wasn't giving me any chances, and I was being too generous to it. I mean, I should have twiddled more. You see, but you knew that. Well, I didn't. There. Now, if I press home again, it gives me Walt Disney, Mickey Mouse.
Hmm.
Battery charge was left on the Suzuki Vitara in this shed at 312, says Freya. Battery charger was left on. Well, what's wrong with that, Freya? Miss Freya. Okay. Tally ho, I did. Look there, earlier, exclamation mark twice. See?
Hmm.
Freya. That's her number. That's Swank's number, I recognise. Go back, messages. Water, that's my lot. Sorry, but you call my number. You can text me your message and who are you are as you. Well, maybe I'm responding to a message from her. But no, she says, who am I? She. Sorry. Oh, she starts off with sorry.
Hmm.
So that's the woman's approach. She's sorry. I mean, she's not sorry. God. Thank you for contacting Bendigo Bank. The pin on your card has been sent. Ben support. Oh, Bendigo Bank support. Oh, yeah. Karen Mack. And yourself. It's me to her. Right. Yeah. That doesn't. So what, you've got a bloody trial and error. Time to open messages. Set messages, edit down cover. Here, oh dear. And I still haven't been able to get the dial screen out of all that. Select messages, edit name and photo, no, cancel, no. I don't know, just how much agony I'm going to have. Oh, there's a phone call coming in. Timer, how do I deal with it? I don't even know whether it's answered. Cancel, start. I don't know how to answer it. And the other person thinks I'm a fool. Hello? I don't know. See, I've lost a phone call. Someone's tried to ring. Cancel, start, cancel. Where do I go? And I strike out blindly. Where the fucking hell do I go? What do I it's a machine, it's a demon. Start, cancel.
That was an alarm.
Oh, that was an alarm.
Yeah.
Well, how am I to know that? I thought it was a phone call. See? I just thought it was something I had to respond to conscientiously, you see? An alarm. Well, why an alarm? Oh, because it's getting upset? Because it feels like it? I mean, what the fuck goes on here? How am I supposed to deal with these demonic devices? Alarm. Bedtime. Oh, bedtime. Oh, bugger. Setup. Oh, bloody hell. Lap. Oh, what the fucking hell does that mean? 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Timer. Radar. Circuit. To hell with it. Cancel. 0 hours. When timer ends. Radar. Wall clock. Alarm. Bedtime. Oh, it's always bedtime. Messages.
Just.
How did you? See, still no FaceTime, photos, mail, weather, clock, everything but what I'm looking for, which is dial page.
It's on the left at the bottom, but it's the same colour as the messages, which is just, and yeah.
How much of a fucking life are you supposed to get? I mean, I need to make an urgent phone call, and it's taken me 10 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
Playing with this fucking demon. It is a demon. A contracts. Favourites. So why should I have any favourites? Who's this? Mobile. 0423 577 277. Favourites. Mobile. Well, why not a name? calling mobile. Oops. Well, see, I've just pressed that and it's maybe dialed. So I'm going to ring somebody. You called me? Oh, did I? Oh, well, you know, don't you know what you're doing? No, I don't. In our, I mean, what am I? I'm defenceless. Oh, information. Mobile, telegram. In notes. Telegram, mobile, 0423577277. Who's that?
Wink.
Wink.
Yeah.
Ah, well, why doesn't it say Wink? See? Wink. Mobile. All right. Well, I'll see how I go with it.
Okay.
Thank you for that little tuition, Oscar. I don't know that it's helped much. I mean, it's totally idiosyncratic. It does what it wants to. It does what it... Well, because it doesn't know any better. Well, pretty much the same as a lot of human beings I know.
Yeah.
They can't do any better. They do their best. Okay, Oscar. Well, I'm just trying to save my family. I mean, I won't stop. I'll fall on the line of duty. And now my next duty is to ring up the fucking cops and offer them $20 per fortnight. Well, look, I'll go with it as far as I can go, but I'll do my best with it. Thank you.
Okay.